Hey everybody, finally back. It's been a while. It's been a week, at least a week or so since I've been recording any kind of video for that matter. Um, Now I figured out. I had trees figured out last weekend already, but some shit happened. I took those days off. I couldn't even I almost had the tutorial done. I had like a few more minutes to record, and I couldn't even do that. I was feeling so burnt out at that point. I just couldn't do anything. So I've kind of worked through that. I've also worked through how I'm gonna go forward so that that does not happen again. And I've figured that all out. So that's good. Um, Another thing, and then and then when I came back, when I was gonna get the tutorial finished, my hard drive crashed in my Mac, so I had to go get another hard drive and put that in. Luckily, I didn't lose any of my stuff. Only thing I did lose, well, was all that time, was the few days, and then it was getting set up again. And then when I got set up again, then the tutorial, then what I already had done didn't work. So then I was doing research and stuff, trying to get it to work for days, and then that didn't work. So then finally, yesterday, Sunday, I just redid the whole thing, and it actually works better than it did before. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna get started with custom trees today. It's gonna be very awesome. I'm running a new version of Mac on here, so it's gonna be fantastic. It's super fast. It's really fast, and everything's gonna be uh, dandy, fine and dandy. So I'm just gonna open up my testing project in Sublime Text here, and then we'll get going. All right. So there we go. Open up that. I'll just chuck that over here. And now I'm going to open up Eclipse and we're going to get ourselves going. Why is it putting it over there for? Okay, it'll be up in a second. It's for whatever reason, it's putting it on my second display instead of on my first, or my main display. Come on, let's go. So we got a lot of files to edit today. It's actually gonna be a really good tutorial day today. You guys are gonna learn lots of different stuff. There's lots to do. We got some more world generation stuff to work with, and there's actually a change that we can make, which I'll go over later when we get to that part. At least that I made. You don't actually have to make the change, because it doesn't really matter. It's just naming stuff. But if you're OCZ like me, or OCZ like me, and you know everything's got to be exactly right, then you'll do it. Anyway, so we're going to be starting in our redstone main.java file, and we're going to be scrolling down, and we're going to be creating 3 new blocks. So let's go to our blocks section, which is blocks and ores right here. I'm just going to put a line divider in between them. Just so that, just for at least for this tutorial, so you know that they're separate. So public static block, and we have to create a log, a leaf, and a sapling. So I'm just gonna call them redstone leaf or redstone log. Public static block, redstone leaf, and public static block redstone sapling. Okay, so this first part is basically just like normal stuff, declaring our blocks, doing all the settings for them, doing the language registry, the game registry. This is nothing really different. So then go down to your blocks and ores section, your settings for those. And I'm just going to scroll here. Okay. So we're going to start with the log. So redstone log is equal to new block redstone log. Just pass an ID through to it. So we're going to go with 117 is where we're going to start. with these ones, and then set the unlocalized name as usual. Unlocalized name. Now I'll explain one thing with the unlocalized name. You have to set them, and they have to be different. So I guess now it doesn't have any, it might still have stuff to do with textures, and it may be causing the texture error, but we need to have it, because if we don't have it, then let's say I could have IDs different for all of them, but if the unlocalized name for all of them is all, say, redstone log for the redstone log, the leaf, and the sapling, they'll all get the same texture even though they're separate. It's or all, at least all the same name and all that stuff. It's just really weird. So he's gonna make sure that they're all separate. So redstone log for that, and then we're gonna set the hardness and then our creative tab as normal. So we're gonna set hardness, and the hardness we're gonna set is 1.5 F, 1.5 F, and then dot set creative tabs. And we're going to type in this dot red tab, and that's it. Oh, another thing I quickly want to go over. If you want to be able to, if you like setting your creative tab within your class files, but you're not quite sure, but you type it in, it doesn't show up. How can I use this? What you got to do up here on the public creative tab is you just got to put it public static. It's not going to affect the code in any way. Just type in public static, and all will be good. There we go. So now we can go within our class files and get those, and I will show you that now works a little bit later on. So now that we've done that, we're going to start on the next one, which is our redstone leaf. Leaf, not lead. And we're going to type in new block, redstone leaf, ID of 1018, dot set unlocalized, localized name, redstone leaf. Now, these hardness settings you can set differently if you want. You don't have to set them the exact same as what I have. It's basically just saying how hard it is to harvest the block. That's all. So this I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go 0.0F or maybe 0.1 maybe, because I don't want them to destroy automatic like as soon as you hit them. Well, I guess they kind of do work. Well, when you punch them, they don't really work that way. So we'll also go dot set we'll set the creative tab. Set creative tab, not creative tabs. There we go. So set creative tab. This dot red tab. All right. And then the last one is our sapling. So redstone sapling is equal to new block redstone sapling. And we're going to make this 1019 for our ID. Dot set unlocalized name redstone sapling. Dot set hardness which is going to be 0.0F since it's the sapling. And I'm going to do the creative tab later on for that one. But another thing we're going to add to this one here is set step sound. And then block dot sound. We want the sound to be grass. Set sounds grass footstep. And then that will cover when you place it, the sound it makes. If you don't, it just makes like a stone sound, like the stone sound. So you make sure that you set that as well. And we're all good to go. So we're almost done in here. Do our normal block registration stuff. So we're going to go down to our register block. I'm just going to copy it. and put 3 of them down, and then redstone log, and then I can copy that, paste it there, and paste it there, and then change dirt to log, and then here we can go redstone leaf. We can copy that, paste that there, and paste that there, and then change this to leaves or leaves. Leaf or leaves? I'm gonna go leaf. Redstone leaf. Okay, and then the last one is our sapling. So type in sapling, copy and paste, and then the usual spots, and then sapling. So there we go. So we're done with we're pretty much done with this file now. We don't really have to do anything else in here. Again, if you want to play with the hardness settings to make it either harder to harvest or easier to harvest, you can tinker around with those as you go. But I would say for now, just keep them the way they are, get it working, and then tinker after would be a good idea. So we're gonna create our classes. This will work. Eclipse has kind of crashed on me. Come on, Eclipse. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh. Come on, Eclipse. Or is it just like, it's completely crashed. Close it, reopen it. Good to go again. It's opening up on the other display again. I'm running OS X. I'm running. No, it's not Mac OS X anymore. I'm running OS X Mavericks right now, which is 10.7, which comes out should be September, October. It should come out. Because they're doing we're pretty sure they're doing the iPhone event in September, and then they may be doing a Mac event in October. Then, anyway, okay, so. We got to create some stuff. Let's hover over this. Okay, there. Now it's populating all of our errors. Fantastic. Okay, so hover over redstone log. Scroll down the list. And click create the class. And we're going to put it in .block. Then click finish. So we're just going to go and create all 3 of them right now, and then we don't have to come back into this file again. Oh, come on. Okay, redstone leaf. Again, in .block. And then sapling as well into the same spot. Now we'll still have errors here because we haven't done any of the stuff that we need to do yet. So we're going to go sapling. So we're going to create that. .block. And click finish. Now, basically, we're going to be grabbing this code for all these from existing Minecraft files, since there's not really much that we need to change. So we're going to go under net.minecraft.block. So get that open. And we want to go down to block log. So we want to find that block log right there. Copy and paste that into our file, into our log file. Now you're still going to have some errors as usual because we got to change the package, change the class, rename the type to block redstone log. And then after you've done that part, press Control Shift or Command Shift O, and that will go through and import everything. Press Enter on that dialog box to import net.minecraft.block, and now this file has no errors. But we're not done yet. So starting at the top, we got this variable here called wood type. We can get rid of all of these except for one of them, since this is for our custom wood, not for wood that's in the game already. So I'm just going to type in redstone here. So basically, we're setting our wood type, our type. I'm not exactly sure how much it does in the game, but it does do a fair bit of. It does do like texturing stuff. for sure. So there we go. So we've done that. We've changed that, and we're gonna go down to the ID dropped, and we're gonna get rid of all this, and we're gonna type in this. So you want you want it to return this block ID, so that when you mine it or when you harvest it, it's going to return itself. And then there's your quantity of 1. You can change that if you want. Ejects contained items in the world. Now, one thing that you could do for this ID drop, if you want to have it drop other things, possibly other things, you could do that in here as well. You could create like a little if statement that returns. That's you create a random int between 1 and 10, or let's say you want it to spawn. Like we want to spawn a redstone gem 1 out of every 50 times or something like that. As you create a random integer between 1 and 50, and then if it's a certain number within 1 to 50, you would create an if statement if. So let's say we call the variable random drop. So then it would be if random drop is equal to, let's say 39, then, if it's equal to 39, then return this .block.id and the redstone main dot redstone gem dot block ID. So it'd be that. So, or at least something like that. I'm just thinking about that off the top of my head. So anyway, we're going to scroll down here. We're going to go past all of this stuff. Treetop, fine. That's all good. Down at this get sub blocks, we can delete 3 of these. Because basically this is part of that top part where we did the redstone, the wood type. We only have 1, so just put 1 in there. But if you add more, you can just, you can see the layout there. It's all the same except for the last number changes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. So if you add more, it's made real easy to add to this if you want. So this class doesn't necessarily have to be just for your redstone log. You could have it for your mod log. So but this is redstone anyway. So I could have went. Let's say my mod is named like food cultures. I could say block food cultures logs or something like that, and then that would be that would be my block, or I would just give that to all of them, and then you can kind of adjust things as needed. So now down here we got this, our register icons function is crazy down here. So I'm just gonna scroll down to it here. You could open up the file, would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so the log. So we're gonna go down to our. So we got a big thing to change. We're gonna be taking out this function is 111023e thing. So just get rid of that. It's basically calling a function. So if I press command, if you press control, you can see where it comes from. So it's coming from here. So it's saying missing icon tile blah blah blah. This unlocalized name. It's a thing. We're actually not gonna use it ourselves, and that's actually part of the block.java file. Yeah, but we're not gonna use that. So chuck it. Don't need it. And then this section right here, we're gonna change this to redstone tutorial : log, and then the underscore. So basically, so keeping this so that it can still be expanded on for more type of logs. So it's going to that. So it's going to go into our redstone, our redstone assets folder under textures, under blocks, and then it's going to look for log underscore and then the wood type. So since we only have the one wood type, it's going to look for log underscore redstone instead of whatever. So then if you have more, it's going to go through all of them within that wood type, and do all the textures for all of them right within this. They've really made this code really expandable from what it used to be, or maybe it's always been like this. I don't know. This is pretty much my first shot at doing this. So log underscore wood type I top. So there's a side and top to the block. So because you got the bark side and then you got the actual wood side of the log. I'm not going to go through. I'm not going to go through all of the creating the planks and all that stuff, because you guys know how to do that stuff, right? I don't need to show you how to do that. You're going to create another block. You're going to call it redstone wood planks or something like that. You guys know how to do all that stuff. You know how to create the crafting recipes and all that stuff. So I don't need to show you any of that. All right, there's one more thing that we need to change in log. If you go up to the top, it's our constructor is protected. We need to change that to public. And then that will fix that last error on there. So now redstone log should have no errors. If you're not there, stop, figure it out, and then continue on, so you don't get too many errors all at once. So then we're going to do the leaf. So we got to go into block leaves. So there's actually two of them here. There's block leaves, and then there's block leaves base. We just want block leaves. And then because this block leaves file extends the block leaves base. So after you've copied this code, so control command A, control command C, and then command control A, command control V, and we got that in our file now. Go up to the top, do our package declaration change. It's got to rebuild the workspace. Actually happens pretty quick now. And then we want to rename type to redstone block leaf. And then redstone leaves base, we need to import that. So at this point, command shift control shift O to import block, net.minecraft.block, save the file, and then all your errors will go away. But again, we're not done here because we need to adjust a lot of stuff. In here, there's a lot of stuff to change. So pay very close attention. This is the place you're likely to get errors, okay? So just, make sure that you follow this. So we need the leaf types. Redstone is our leaf type, and then down here. So this is an array, a two-dimensional array. So this array has, it's basically we have like two rows. I guess I can explain this way. Within the curly brackets, we have two rows. So we have the main curly bracket. So for a normal array, which would just be one row or column, you just list all your stuff. But we have multiple, so you put another set, and then that's one column or one row. And we have the leaves, and then we have the leaves opeg after that. Now, from getting this ready for myself, it's not that this part technically isn't really working right. At least when it's registering it. I'll explain what both these leaves and the leaves opeg are. So the leaves and the leaves opeg are layered on top of each other to create the actual leaf texture. The leaves opeg is on the back, and then the other leaves is put on top to give you kind of that little bit of an accent. But for some reason, for my tree, it's not doing opeg. So we're still going to do it this way so we don't screw anything up. But in our textures, the leaves redstone and the leaves redstone opeg are both going to be the same as far as the texture goes. Because for me, it's only generating the leaves and not the leaves opeg, which is really strange. So change that to redstone, and we're done with that section. Again, change the constructor to public from private, and type correctly. Get rid of the creative tabs unless you want it to be there. Right, this is the one. No, I was going to do that on the sapling. All right, so this block color stuff right here. We got some. Actually, we don't need to change anything there. Colorize. Yes, we do actually. Okay, so change this to colorize leaves. Okay, and then get foliage color and take out those. And now that's it. Actually, we can get rid of these too. We don't need those. Okay, so just do that. The error's fine for now. We'll come back to it later and we'll fix it. Now the get render color again. This is another part we have to change. So basically, I'll go over the textures now. So I'm going to hide this. So we got these textures right here. This is the log side, which is I basically just took the normal log, and in Photoshop I changed the what did I change? I just changed the hue and saturation. So I changed the hue to make it red, adjusted the saturation to make it a deeper color than gray, because or whatever, and then made them both up. But now you see these ones here; they're gray. You would say, why are they gray? Okay, I'm just going to show you this in the default resource pack. So under textures, blocks, type in leaves. So you can see I'm using the oak one. So you see here's leaves oak opaque, and then here's leaves oak. As you can see, they're different. This one isn't completely filled, and this one is completely filled. That's because these go over top of each other in the game to create the one leaf texture. But for me, it's only generating this one, so we have a bunch of blank space, and the blank space actually covers up the other logs. So just like you have the logs, and then you just have this big transparent section of leaves. So I just turned them both to, I just made the leaves opaque, both the leaves opaque and the leaves oak, or leaves redstone. So those are these here. If you want these textures, I'll have a link in the description to download them from my website. And yeah, so they're gray. So basically, what we're going to do in game, and why we got this colorized leaves thing here, is we're going to be using this to set the leaf color. So instead of coloring the texture, we can just keep those textures that way. So basically all the textures are giving you how the leaves will look. And then the color is coming from the script, which is what stuff we need to customize. So I'm going to be making this a little bit less what do you call it? A little bit less expandable. But if you're adding multiples, don't worry. You can just go back into the block leaves and copy that part out, and then change it again if you need to. So we're on to the get render color now. So we need to change this to colorize leaves as well. So colorize leaves. And now we got these functions that we don't, or these. So basically, we're going into a class called colorize leaves, and then we're calling these functions. We only need the one on here, so we're going to change this to redstone. And then after that, we can get rid of everything. And then even here at the beginning, we can get rid of this stuff. We don't need it either. So that's basically, what was there was a conditional return statement. So it's basically doing an if statement without actually doing an if statement. You're just doing it within a return. So we could do that differently, and may actually do it that way. Yeah, I think we'll do it this way. So I'm going to X that, and then get rid of all that. So in here, we're just going to do if. I'm going to put that in there. We need to change that to 0. I will explain why it's 0 later on. And then we're going to do this. And then there we go. So now if you want to expand on this, else if, grab this. And then 4. And I'll explain what this stuff means. Don't worry. It's nothing too major. You'll be able to figure it out really easily. So then you do this, and then, you'll have your return statement, and then you'll return a different function. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Scroll throughout the entire goddamn file. Okay. Are we up all the way yet? No. Oh, come on. There we go. So then you can paste that in here, and then, let's say color, get foliage color. I don't know, whatever your tree color. So you can do that kind of thing, and that will get it. And make sure you have to make sure you type it the exact same way as I have it. So do it this way. This should work. If it doesn't work, we can come back and get rid of the if statement and just do the return statement. But this should work just fine. Again, we're gonna have that error because that class does not exist, but we will be creating it later on, and we're gonna there's actually a lot of places where we need to change this. Now here, see, they do the same kind of thing here with the if statement. So actually, we're gonna copy this entire if statement. We're gonna put it at the top here. I'll put that line back in there, and then else if again, change this to 0, and then colorize leaves. So basically, colorize leaves is our custom one. You could do Control Command left click on the colorized foliage to pull that up, but I would say just leave it for now until later on, and we'll deal with it then. So this has to be redstone as well. So we've done that. So we've done color multiplier. Okay, we've done that. I'm seeing if there's anything else we need to change as far as that goes. As far as the colorized leaves, I don't think so. I think we're pretty much done with that. Yeah. Okay, so now we go down to we want to go down to we want to go down to our, not the quantity dropped, but the ID drop. We want to change this to main dot not main, redstone main dot redstone sapling. Again, this is doing something specifically for this. We could work. I could work on changing that so you can return multiples, or you could do that. Excuse me. That if thing again if you wanted to. That's no big issue either. But I'm gonna skip that for now, and we're just gonna do this. Since we only really have the one at the moment. So let's see. We scroll down a little bit farther. We have nothing else to change there. Nope. I'm good with the harvest block. Damage dropped. It's fine. Isopeg is fine. We get the icon. I think I changed that. I'll check it over here. Yes, I did. All right, so this is another one of those things. Delete all of this stuff, all the crap at the end. Don't need any of it. And we're going to be doing an if statement again. So I'm just going to copy this and bring it down to that. And we're just going to do if blah, blah, blah is equal to 0. Oh, my nose is very itchy right now. God damn it. Why is that giving us an error? From int to boolean. Let's see. All right, that's either 1 or 2. And it's doing... Okay, so this one here, just convert it to this. Don't worry about... just put it to this for now. Make sure this is 0, not 1, and don't change anything. Don't put an if statement or anything like that on there, because that's something else I would need to look into to change. Specific side and block metadata retrieves the block's texture side metadata. Yeah, we'll leave it at this for now, and we will move on. So, blah blah blah. Set graphics. That's fine. I don't think I changed anything there. Nope. Scroll down. So now we can get onto our register icon stuff. Actually, this get subblocks. We need to get rid of those on there. Don't need them. All depending on how many trees you have. But if you're just doing one for now, you can get rid of it. Now here, we're just going to be adding on to this. So we're going to be doing plus, and then put redstone tutorial : and that's it. Nothing else. It's going to grab that from way up here, from this one right here, leaves redstone and leaves redstone a peg. So we're going to have those 3 errors. Scroll down here. And that's all good. Don't need to do anything else with that file. We're done with this file except for those errors, which we'll do. We'll correct those right now. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to scroll down here to our packages, and we're going to make sure we're there. Then we're going to go back up, find one of them. Okay, so we're going to hover over this, and we're going to create the class. And I'm going to put it in in redstone_tutorial.world. Okay. So that's a new package. And we got this file open here. So in this file, we just got 2 functions to create, which is ones that we're calling, which is public static int get foliage. Get foliage color redstone. Open and closing brackets, and then we're good there. I think I'm doing something wrong there. No, it's just because I'm not returning something, isn't it? Yes. So we want to return and then a color. So now, colors, this is something I don't exactly know how it works, how it picks the colors, but I've just picked a blue color for the leaves instead of red, because I couldn't find red, and I just want to get this done. So I'm going 950,000 here. It says that it's hex, but I don't think it is. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Just put in 95,000 or 950,000, and be done with it for now. And then after, you can go through and tinker with it to get it to the color you want. And then we need to create another public static int get foliage color. Same thing. Do a return statement, and we're going to return 950,000 as well. So it has to be 6 characters long. 9,000 or 900,000, I'm pretty sure, is green. Or is that 5,000 or 500,000? Anyway, just play around with that number as long as it's 6 digits long. Tinker around with it. You'll find different hues and different colors. It seems as I'm going up. So if green is 5,000, so as you get up to blue, so you can just kind of keep incrementing or going down or whatever. So you can go up to like 999,999, and then go up and down within that range to define your colors, and you'll find those. So we do that and go back to redstone leaf, save, and those should be all fixed now. What's wrong with this? There is a return statement. So it's not like in our function here. So for now, we're just going to type in here else, and we're going to return the same thing. And that will fix the error. So basically that's saying, it's either going to find this. If it doesn't find this, then it's going to return this. So basically, when you're returning int or returning any kind of type, you have to. It has to. It can't just be a conditional statement. It has to return something. So we're gonna have it return this here instead. So we're done with that. Close that file. You can close this colorized leaves. We don't need the block leaves. And now we're on to the sapling. Excuse me, my throat's a little bit full at the moment. So now we're looking for sapling, which is right here, block sapling. So after you found that, copy and paste that as well into our redstone our block redstone sapling file, that class file we made, and change the package declaration and click save. Change the type and save, and then Command Shift or Control Shift O to import everything that needs to be imported, and lovely, everything is working. All right, so let's open up that file. We're actually pretty much done now. We've got 2 more files to create after this, or 1 more file to create and then 1 more to add to. So in here, I don't think there's much that we need to do. We're going to set the creative tab in here. So here, so we want to go redstone main dot tab dot red tab, not tab red, red tab, and then we got to import redstone to redstone main. That's going to go in, and there we go. So in here we got to change this as well. Get rid of that. Change this to redstone. That's normal stuff. And sorry about if I'm clearing my throat a lot. Let's see. So grow tree. All that good stuff. Is save sapling. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So we can basically just go down to the get subblocks, which is all the way down here. Right here, get rid of all those except for the one. And then we gotta change our texture here. So we want to delete the this.function thing off of there, and then type in redstone tutorial :sapling _ and then close that, and then it'll say then plus wood types I. Fantastic. So that's done. That file no longer needs to be edited. So now we're done with those, and go back here, save. Make sure we got one more thing to do in this file, and that's change the constructor from protected to public. Sorry about that. All right. So we're done with this now. So now we're gonna go on. We got to create another world. Actually, no. We're still one more. There's a few more things you have to edit in here. I think it's in this file. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this world gen tree stuff right here. So you can search for world gen trees, and that's what it's gonna find. Those two. Just change that to redstone world gen trees in both spots. They're pretty close to each other, so you shouldn't miss them. And then we want to create that function. So we're going to click create class, and we're going to create that in our redstone, our world gen file, our world gen package. So create that. And now we got one more file to go search for. So we got to go into net.minecraft.world.gen.feature and find world gen trees, which is near the bottom, third from the bottom. Copy and paste that into our world gen trees file. Change what we need to change. So change the package declaration. It's going to build the workspace. World gen trees, rename the type. Control Shift, Command Shift O to import everything that needs to be imported. Save the file, and everything is done. I don't think there's anything that we need to change in here. We just needed to create this file. Oh yeah. If you want to change the block, now this is actually hasn't worked for me yet, so I don't know what's going on with this part. So if you find this function here, what function is it? So the generate function, you can see down here, or you can search for block.grass.blockid. It's not actually basically what the problem I'm having is it's not actually allowing me to create or for it to plant my block on our custom dirt. So I'm not sure if it's a problem with this file or if it's a problem with our dirt. So I'll look into that further. So redstone, I'm just gonna put it in here. So it's in here, redstone main dot redstone grass, and then copy that, and we want to put in our redstone dirt as well. Okay, so redstone dirt, fantastic. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we need to change in here because this is basically just the generation stuff. We got a weather warning. Isn't that fantastic? All right, so now that we're done with that, we want to go into our world gen package, and we want to open up our our redstone. For you, it's redstone gem world generation Java file. I've changed it to redstone world generation because here's the reason: because it's not just for one type of. We don't have to generate just the one block in our world. We can use this for multiple different ones. Excuse me. So we can just we can use this file for all of those. So if you want to change it from redstone gem world generation to redstone world generation, you can do that. So if you want to do that, you want to right click on the file over in the Project Explorer, go over to Refractor, and then type rename or click on rename. Change it to redstone world generation. Click OK, and then it'll either give you, I'm not sure if you ever don't remember if it gives you a dialog box or not, but it will change everything over in the entire project so that every file that every function, everything that references that class within your script or within your project is automatically going to be changed to the new name so that everything still works. So you don't have to worry about it breaking anything. Alrighty. So now I'm just gonna open up that file over here as well for myself. Redstone world generation. Okay, so we gotta add an if statement in here. So we've done all the basic code for this, and everything is working fantastically. Now we just gotta go down here. Actually, I'm gonna put a space there. Space there as well. So we want to create another if statement here. So I'm going to use t as our variable name. So put open parentheses. My nose is so itchy today. Can be itchy afterwards. So so within our parentheses, int t is equal to 0, semicolon, t is less than. So now this is, oh my God. This is where you decide how often you want your tree to generate. Now I set mine to 20 so that it's very common. But if you don't want it to be as common, so like in that one, let's say if you play Feed the Beast, and they have that one magical tree that's barely ever spawned. It may have a spawn of like 1 or 2 or 5 or something like that, where it's not spawned near as much as anything else. But I'm setting mine to 20 just as so it's easily, so we can easily see it. And then semicolon at that, and then space t++, So he starts saying that if it's not equal to 20, then go up and do it again, do it again, do it again. So then we want to create 3 integers. So int, or we don't want to create them. We just want to go. We're going to go int chunk x1. Since we're already using chunk x, and actually we can just copy this stuff here. So I'm just going to copy that from there, put it in there, change these all to 1. And then change the y, which we set to 14 before. We want to change that to 90. As we see how high it's going to generate. And there we go. And then within that for statement, we just got to do our generate function here. So new. Oh my God, my nose. Redstone world gen trees is what we called it. So we're calling that folder that class that we just created. And then we got some parameters to pass along. And now this is where I'm gonna explain that all those zeros that I was talking about earlier. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 different parameters. The first one, false. Everyone just says no one really knows. At least nothing I've seen. No one from the people I've talked to and seen about this, no one really knows what this does with this first parameters, but it's just set to false. And now the next one is the minimum tree height. So we're gonna set that. I'm gonna set mine to 8. So it's gonna be at least 8 blocks high when it's all said and done. Now we can go back over into our world gen trees and see what these other ones are. So let's go up to the top here. So the next is the meta wood and the meta leaves. This is where those zeros come into play. It's in this part right here. So first one we're going to set to 0. Now we're going to set them both to 0. My nose. Okay. So basically what these zeros mean. So if we go over to our leaves. Let's see. We did this par 1 and 3 is equal to 0. That 0 has to correlate, or that number there has to correlate with the number in here. So we're setting metadata for the tree so that we can have. So that's what's going to allow us to do multiple different leaves and multiple different logs and things in different files. I didn't do anything with that in the log file, but it's pretty much the same standardized thing. If you want to do that. So 0, 0, and then the last one is, do you want it to grow vines? I'm going to say false. I don't want my tree to have vines. Alrighty, and then we're going to go outside both of those parentheses and type dot generate. And we're going to type in world, random, chunk x1, chunk y, and chunk z. And then semicolon at the end. So chunk x1, chunk y1, chunk z1, and we're done. We should be able to launch the game, and we should be all ready to go. Textures. Let's make sure our textures are in our project. So MCP, source, Minecraft, assets, redstone tutorial, textures, blocks. Okay, I kind of don't have them right in here. So I was playing around and I was doing colored leaves instead, but I'm just going to do it this way from now on. Paste those in there, and then I'm going to chunk those into our textures here. So let's grab, actually all of these can go where they're supposed to be, which is under blocks. There we go. So now we can go back into Eclipse, and we should be able to launch the game, and we should be all good to go. We should be seeing our tree, planting on normal grass and all that stuff. And everything should be fabulous. And then one thing else we're going to do is we're going to do the bone meal stuff after we've made sure that the tree generates. Okay. Full screen our Minecraft window. I'm just going to delete all these worlds. We don't need any of them, do we? So delete, 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 and click create new, and click create. Actually, I should have went creative. Fuck. Damn it. God damn. God damn it. What the hell you think you're doing? God damn it, Bobby. Anyway, So, let's see if we can find our tree. Actually, I'm gonna go recreate the world with me in creative so we can easily see it here. Okay, so delete and create creative and go. Oh boy. So hopefully this works. Yeah. Okay, so we should be seeing a blue tree here somewhere. A blue tree with a red trunk. This isn't looking promising because it should be generating by now. We may have some errors or something in our code. Yeah, because it should be spawning by now, I would think. At least should be seeing a red trunk, right? We'll search a little bit longer. If we don't see it in the next few seconds, then we'll go back in. We'll add bone meal in. We can go take a look at the items, though. So we go into our redstone tab, and there we go. See, there's our leaf. It's blue, and our log is... So I can go build one of these trees just right here. So you can see what it looks like. So it's got red... like that. I'm gonna make it go. I'm gonna make this a little bit taller, and then the leaves like this, and then the next layer down is gonna be fully out, like that, and then the next row is just gonna kind of be like this. And then we'll do one more down below that, which is going to be all the way out, like that. There we go. Something like that, I guess. Oh my god. Oh my... Oh my god. There we go. That's what our tree is supposed to look like. It's not just utterly fantastic. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what our tree is supposed to look like when it's rendering. So it's actually a pretty colorful tree. I actually really like it. So you can put that down. Bone meal isn't going to work, so we know that we can. So at least that we can place it. Maybe we need to have the bone meal function for it to even plant the trees, because we should be able to see that. So we're going to go add the bone meal function right now. So we got to go back into our redstone main file, and we're going to go up to just where we define our creative tabs, just below that. Put 2 lines in. I'm going to go back there on into this file as well, so I can see the line. So we're going to type, we're going to make a comment. Fuck. God damn it. I'm on the wrong file. Okay, so I'm just going to find my spot again. Okay, so over here, we're going to type in events. So you're just going to have a comment that says events. We're going to go Minecraft Forge dot event bus dot register, and we got to give it a target, which is we're gonna say new redstone bone meal event. I'll put all capitals on those, and then here at the end put on the 2 parentheses, and the function, save. And then I just got to create that class. I'm just going to put it right in the main package. And click save. I'm not going to create an event package or anything like that because I'm not sure when else we're going to use them. So now we're going to open up that file there. So we got some stuff to put in here. I'll put this code up for download so you don't actually have to really type anything out for this because it's stuff, it's nothing nothing that you really need to learn how to code yourself because you're only going to have to do it maybe once in a lifetime, right? Okay, I'm just going to tidy this code up for you so you can easily read it. And we got a lot of these here. I'm not sure what the fuck they're all for. But yeah, there you go. So here's the file all coded out here. Just got to change this packet, rename the type. There we go. So I'll have this available for you just to download this file and place it into your package. Links for everything I've said for downloads will be in the video's description. So basically, you're going to have event.id and then Redstone main. You're going to link to your sapling. So Redstone main sapling, okay? And then here, you're going to, then down here, you're going to have this first set of parentheses. You're going to set it to your block redstone sapling. So your class file for your block. And then redstone, and then out of those is redstone main dot redstone sapling, and that's pretty much all you got to change. Everything else is done for you. So how awesome is that? Okay, I see how this is going. Okay, so this is this. That goes in there. That goes there. That goes there. There we go. So I figured it all. I got it all sorted out now. So there we go. Let's go relaunch, and I should check over our code in our world gen. I'm going to go into my redstone world gen. I'm going to copy whatever I had and put it into my not redstone world gen, my world gen, my redstone world gen trees. Paste that over top. Save. Nothing should have been different, but who knows? And then redstone, this here. Do the same thing with this. Make sure everything's the same. And we should be good to go. So the code is exactly the same. So, I'm just making sure. Again, you'll be able to compare your code to mine to make sure everything's good. But I just don't want to waste time comparing code one-to-one like that. Makes it for an even longer video than what they are now. So I'm going to delete that world. We're going to recreate it. Creative mode. Fantastic. And we're going to see how this goes. All right, so we're in a new world. There it is. Look at that. It's generating. So first thing, so make sure that you do all the code. If it doesn't generate off first, put in your bone meal code, and then if it still doesn't generate, go into my code. I'll make these files that you can copy them. These the world gen stuff. I'll make sure I'll make it so you can easily copy that code. But look at that, our tree is generating, and you can see it across all the other trees. There's no missing it. There's no missing it. So yeah, we can mine all this stuff. It will drop saplings and all that awesome stuff. So we're gonna go grab our redstone axe here. Or in game mode C, so game mode S. So I'm going to have to go up here in the tree to mine the rest. There we go. So it's a very colorful tree. So yeah, so color stuff, just play around with those numbers in that colorize. Here we go. It dropped a sapling over here, right there. There you go. Look at that. And now we can plant this maybe here. If we grab a piece of bone meal, so game mode C. Grab some bone meal, sucker. So grab some bone meal and click, and it creates a tree. Look at that. Now, it always seems to create a short tree like that, so I'm not sure what's going on with that part, but every time I've tested, it's always been a short tree like that. Let's see. So you can try this again. Oh, there you go. Now it's a taller one. So just when I say that, it fixes itself. So here you go. We got our custom tree. It's working. Custom colors. Looks fancy. Looks awesome. See you guys next time for another Forge tutorial. I love doing these things. It's fantastic. And it's great that I'm learning along with it, and it gives me a reason to learn it all, so I can show everyone else. Now, one thing I did want to mention, I am starting a job tomorrow, which would be Tuesday. What day would that be? Get out of Minecraft here. That would be Tuesday, August 27th. I'm starting a job. So videos are going to be, I'm going to figure out my schedule for that as well. But don't worry, guys. I'm not going to ditch this channel just because I got a job now. I'm going to keep going along with this. And you'll still be getting videos. I'll figure out something. It shouldn't really be a problem because I still got like 6 hours before I go to work and 2 hours after I get off work before I go to bed. That I can. I got about 8 hours to do stuff outside of work, so I shouldn't have a problem creating videos. But I think I'm going to start doing mod spotlights as some filler content for everybody. So if you got, I'm going to post my first one today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, Tuesday, and you guys can let me know on that what you want me to cover. As far as mods, what mods you want me to review, look at. If you want it to be your mod, I will look at your mod and I'll give you my honest opinion on if it's good or not, and what are. Well, of course, they're all going to be good. But, what things you could change to make it better and all that stuff. And if you want it to be put on the website or on the YouTube channel in a video, then yeah, you can certainly let me know that, and I will definitely put it on the channel for you, and it'll give you a little bit of publicity over the hundreds of people we have now under the Shakruden Empire. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys. You'll see me tomorrow. I'll see you guys whenever. I'm replying to comments again. I'm back into doing that stuff. I just kind of lost my way there for that week. It was really bad. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching again. I will see you guys. You'll see me tomorrow. More videos coming up, mod spotlights, different things like that. And yeah. So remember, give this video a like if you liked it and it helped you. Share it with anyone that you find on your Facebook, on your Twitters, your Google Pluses, to help me get my videos out there for more, so I can get more subscribers and all this stuff. Speaking of all the social networks, make sure you follow me on all those social networks. When things like last week happen, that's where you'll be finding out first. Because I'm not going to upload a video for every little change that I make. So if you want to find out exactly what's happening or up to the minute of what's going on with me, Twitter is going to be that. Facebook is going to be that as well. So because Facebook gets my Twitter updates, so you can go follow me on all those. Google Plus as well. Instagram if you want to see pictures. I won't be putting pictures of food or anything out there because I don't eat that fancy of food. So anyway, guys, do all that awesome stuff. Stay awesome yourselves, and I'll see you guys later.